The good news for Bran is that he's no deed, but the bad news is he's woke up a cripple. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. Will the Game of Thrones reviews cripple the fuse here on our channel? That remains to be seen, but we did the review of episode 1. Hopefully that's doing well. Let's now get into episode 2. This one was called the Kingsroad, and I guess it's because they're on the road to King's Landing, therefore it's Kingsroad.
We're on the road to King's Landing, a pretty self-explanatory title.
Now, the King's Road's supposed to be a dangerous road. You would think that it's a safe road if it's the road to King's Landing, and that's like the holiest place in the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah, you think it'd be safe enough.
But then again, maybe it's dangerous to get there. Maybe they make it dangerous on purpose. Who knows?
Anything that takes 40 days to get somewhere, I mean, it's not exactly ideal, is it?
No, a 40-day trek. Jesus Christ. Could they not have built King's Landing and Winterfell a bit closer to each other?
They could have potentially, but
how much did it suck back in these times, like when you had no airplanes, you had no trains, you had no cars, all you had was a four-legged fucking horse that shits and needs to eat food and drink in order to get you from point A to point B.
But see, that's the weird thing. Where is this show, like, set?
Some magical land that doesn't exist, I believe.
Exactly, so...
well, what is it?
I think what they can produce, there's no excuse for them not to be like a train sort of system.
But how, see, back then, did they even measure it in distance? Like, what would they... If they're talking about the journey, how far would that be? Did we talk about miles back in this time? This time frame was miles a thing?
40 days.
Or was it just days? Were journeys measured in days?
Well, I mean, the Dothraki in what sea? They don't know what a fucking boat is.
Yeah, so right, we'll cover the Dothraki first. So basically, not a lot happens. We get to see fairies a little bit. He's talking about wanting his king. He wants his crown. He's gave up his sister. He wants the crown. He's not got the crown. What's her name? The blonde-haired chick. Daenerys gets taught by some other woman who apparently fairies bought to, I don't know, be her friend or, you know, her maid.
Bare nails.
Keep her looking pretty for Khal Drogo. She teaches her how to please him in bed and basically says he's the dominant one out there, but in this tent you've got to be the dominant one. And I mean, that's alright, they ain't practicing, but at the end of the day she's like fucking a quarter the size of Khal Drogo.
Like she manhandled this, so it's like she woman-handled this beautician here. She's like, oh, you need... but it's not going to work on this guy.
No, it's not, but she ends up trying to seduce him, and I guess
it worked.
It works, and he's going to learn more words than no. I mean, at the moment, it's not really a great relationship, but whatever.
No, it's not. It went from, like, rapey to, like, a wee bit less rapey this episode, so...
It did.
Every win's a win.
In the north, we have, obviously, the aftermath of Bran falling, not to his death, because he is, like, in some sort of coma. Tyrion Lannister walks in, and he tells the rest of the Lannisters that the boy apparently is going to live, and obviously Cersei and Jaime don't like this. Cersei takes the young ones away, says that Tywin, his foul mouth, there's no reason for him to be around kids. And then when Tywin's talking about the kid, and what it'll be interesting to hear what he says when he wakes up, Jaime Lannister turns around and tells his brother, sometimes I wonder which side you're on. So does Tywin Lannister know what happened? Has he put two and two together? We know he reads a shitload of books, we know he's smart. Has he guessed that maybe this was Jaime that done this?
I mean, he could have done that. I mean, based off these two's reactions here, it doesn't take the most the book smart person to figure it out. But here, it's one thing he knows that Jaime pushed him, but does he know about this incest relationship that's going on? Maybe he wants a bit of the action. Probably would.
Fuck, of course he knows.
Does he know? Well, he probably wants to fight it. He wants in.
Nah, I don't think him and Cersei are on talking terms. Speaking of not being on talking terms, Jon Snow is ready to leave Winterfell. He's ready to be a blacksmith on the wall. But before he can do that, he has to say goodbye to his family. Says goodbye to Bran. And Catelyn Stark is... I mean, I get the guy's a bastard. And I get it's embarrassing for her that Ned brought this kid into their home. I get that. But I think the way she was treating him here was pretty damn horrific. I mean, the guy's saying... He's saying goodbye to his brother that might never wake up again. And she's just being really cold and cruel. I don't think it was it. And, like, what... They were on the road anyway. It's like, I just don't see And I get it.
Right, it's not like this. It's not like Jon Snow just appeared after 15 years. He's been there the whole time. Is that wound not healed?
There's a good chance this is the last time she'll ever need to see him. She could have just accepted it and said goodbye gracefully.
Leave, Jon. I know. Go fuck yourself, Caitlin.
I'm not a big fan of Caitlin. Jon Snow then goes to see his sister Arya, and he gives her a sword. Says all good swords have names, and she calls it Needle. They hug, and then he's set to go with his uncle Benji. But before he goes with Benji, he has a word with Jaime Lannister. Jaime Lannister thanks him for his service, even though it's not began yet. Jon Snow says we've been protecting the Brotherhood. The Night's Watch has been protecting the wall for 8,000 years. We have been protecting it, and Jaime makes a wee remark about it, is that we already. And he just kind of manhandles Jon Snow here, trying to intimidate him, basically trying to say, you're a dead man walking here.
You're done. I'm the man. I'm Jaime Lannister, and you, son, you're dead.
Ed tells Caitlin that he has to accept the king's offer. She doesn't want him to go, says that all men say they have to do things that they don't want to do, but he's adamant that he's going to do it. I guess he has to protect King Robert. So he goes with the king back to King's Landing. He departs with Jon Snow, and they have a little word about Jon Snow's mother, and he asks about him. Ned tells Jon Snow the next time he sees him, he'll tell him more about his mother, because Jon wanted to know if she was alive, and does she know that he's heading off to King's Landing. And Ned says that next time we meet, I'll tell you all about your mother. So I guess that maybe gives Jon Snow a reason to live.
Yep, gives Jon Snow a reason to live. And I liked when Jon Snow and Benji got to the wall. Good reveal. I like the wall. It's a nice wee location.
On the way, though, we had Jon Snow and Tywin Lannister. These two guys, I think, I enjoy the scenes with them together, because obviously you got Jon Snow the bastard and Tywin the dwarf.
What I like about Tyrion is, right, he could very easily just have Jon Snow murdered here for calling him a midget, but he likes the verbal back and forth. Joffrey's just Joffrey should act like Tyrion. I mean, I imagine how unlikable Tyrion would be if he acted like Joffrey. The fact he's a midget.
Fuck. You'd want him to die every episode.
No, you would.
So I like the scenes between Jon and Tywin, and Tywin
drink some wine.
Yeah, he shares his wine with Jon, and then we see Jon and Tywin's just going to the wall just to have a look at it. He says he wants to piss off the edge. Of course, he's not actually going there to be a Night's Watch member, but he's going for the sake of it, I guess. He's going because he can,
cool, actually,
because he's a Lannister. And then we get the reveal of the wall, and the wall looks pretty good. On the way to King's Landing, we have a sit down with Robert and Ned. They're talking about in their prime when they were 20 years ago, and all these women that they had, although it seems to be all Robert's women. It looks like Ned was faithful. But then Robert, he talks about the woman that Ned did go with, obviously, to create Jon Snow, and he says that she must have been some fine woman to make the great, loyal Ned Stark be unfaithful.
He jobbed out, damn it. And Robert says, don't be too hard on yourself.
King Robert says, you've never told me about her, and Ned says, nor will I.
A wee bit better.
And then they talk about the Dothrakis, and King Robert wants to kill every single Targaryen that lives after what happened, because the last Targaryen king killed Ned's sister and his wife. So he wants revenge, but Ned's like, look, it's done. King Robert wants to kill Daenerys because they've learned of Daenerys and Khal Drogo getting married, and there's an army there. But Ned says they can't cross the water because they don't have ships, Robert. So, I mean, the Dothraki might have a 100,000 strong army, but they can't fucking cross the water, so what good's that?
But what about everyone that ends up in their place? Do they know how to cross?
What do you mean?
Like the Daenerys, how did they get there? The Darky Land, they must have used a boat. Or were they... Come on. What about all these other people? So what? So everyone that's there's never left? Is what we're being led to believe here?
I don't know, maybe the Dothrakis are afraid of boats.
What? Afraid of boats? These savage killers, man, they're afraid of a wee bit of wood.
Anyway, King Robert wants to take out Daenerys, but Ned's like, no, we can't. She's basically a child. So... yeah, we then see Arya and her friend, the butcher's boy. They're playing sword fighting with little sticks. We get Joffrey, being the cunt that he is, just trying to bully the boy. He ends up cutting him in the face for saying, you attacked my lady's sister. But then Arya defends her friend, and then the dog defends Arya, and we end up seeing Joffrey just laying there with a bitten hand and the needle pointed right at him, and he's basically crying for help.
I hate Joffrey, and you know what, they've done a pretty good job of making you not like this guy, and he got his ass handed to him here.
He did. So Arya runs away, Butcher's boy runs away, Ned Stark's out looking for Arya. Eventually they find her, but she's not there. She's been taken to the king. Ned then comes into the king's land. He's not happy. He's furious that his daughter's not been brought to him. Robert wants to get to the bottom of it. Cersei accuses her of attacking Joffrey. Cersei wants Arya to be punished in some form. And King Robert's like, what do you want me to do? Have her parade it around, around the streets and get whipped? Obviously can't do that. No one, both Arya and Joffrey are telling their version of the truth. I mean, obviously we know Joffrey's version is just fucking lies. They then bring in Sansa to be the final, the 2 out of 3 falls.
The 2 out of 3 falls. The neutral party here, but she says she doesn't know. It happened too fast. Neutral, straight down the middle here, shite bag. I was expecting her to back Joffrey's offence.
Well, I guess being neutral is better than backing Joffrey's, but still she lied. Then Cersei says, well, what about the wild beast? Robert's like, the beast is gone. She says, well,
the beast has left the building.
But she says, there's another one outside. And Robert's like, so be it. Ned's like, yo, you can't mean this. That dog didn't do it. He's like, it's only a dog. You know, get her a... It's only a dire wolf. Get her a dog. They'll prefer it. And then Ned questions King Robert. He says, is this your order? And King Robert just fucking walks off.
I said, nah, it's not really, mate, but... I mean, this is just a point of power, though. It's like, we'll have to kill a wee dog here.
So, Ned obviously says, no, I'll do it. He's going to be the one that puts the direwolf down. He walks out to do it, and then we see the Hound appear with the butcher's boy just laying over his horse, and he's like all mangled up and dead, and really dead, very dead.
He's been butchered.
And the butcher's boy's been butchered. Ned looks in disgust, and... The Hound said, yeah, he ran, but not very fast. So he did hunt him down, but by the sounds of it, the hunt didn't last long.
No, the hunt did not last long. Butcher boy, fat boy, fell on his arse and got stabbed here.
Now, I think this was Joffrey that gave the order, but I mean, come on, the Hound's just killed some wee kid here, just because some smuck, some fucking jabroni called Joffrey the jabroni ordered it.
I mean, who's Joffrey to order hee-haw?
Oh, I get it, he's a king's son, but I don't think this is right.
No, it's not right, but it's just...
But I'm not saying it's unrealistic for this time.
No,
I mean, it's probably dead on the money. But I think it's just mad that you could basically say, right, kill him, and he's dead.
Yeah.
There is no law. It's like, if you're in power, if you're in if you have the right blood in you, then you make the laws.
No, yeah, you're right. And
surely this butcher boy should at least have had a trial.
Aye. No, it's things like this, though, that actually, it's the show. It's in this time period, like you said. That I don't want them to change it, nor do I expect them to change it, but it's things like this that make me don't like things for this sort of era timepiece.
Yeah, how fucking bullshit's that? This butcher's boy done nothing. Guilty here, actually got his face slashed by Joffrey, and yet he gets ran down by the Hound, and the Hound go, nah, I can't do that, he's only a kid.
So see the Hound.
This is a grown man, a 6'7" man that has hunted down this 12-year-old boy and fucking slaughtered him.
See this Hound guy, who's he belong to?
Joffrey. He's like his guard, his right-hand man, so to speak.
Right, fair enough.
So whatever Joffrey gives the orders and the Hound does it, the dog, the Hound.
The
Hound dog. So,
ain't nothing but a hound.
Back in Winterfell, we also seen someone try to, and pretty important, we forgot to mention this, but someone tried to kill Bran after causing a distraction with a fire out in Winterfell. He says, Catelyn Stark, you're not supposed to be here. She obviously tried to protect her son. She didn't really do a good job of it. It was about to kill Bran, and then one of the direwolves jump up and bit this guy's throat out, and then just cuddled next to Bran to protect him. And before this, she kind of wanted rid of the direwolves, but after this, she's probably thinking, you know what?
I could keep this.
These direwolves these are good.
She put up a good fight, though.
She did. They put 2 and 2 together, and they realised, look, So someone's tried to kill Bran here. She then visited the place where he fell from, and I think she like noticed blonde hair, and she's kind of pointed that at the Lannisters, and then she tells her small group, she tells her son Robb Stark and a couple of other people from Winterfell that she believes that the Lannisters tried to kill Bran, and they need to try and warn Ned, who's on his way to King's Landing.
He's on his way. Tell you what though, I mean, you've got a big thing here about the blonde hair, and I think there's not many of these peasants that have blonde hair, so it's blatantly obvious who it might be.
Blatantly obvious. That's pretty much it. Then Ned takes care of the direwolf lady. I mean, Sansa's crying like a little bitch, saying you can't kill Lady, but if she told the truth, then Lady wouldn't be getting killed.
Yeah, it's her own fault.
So she lied to protect Joffrey, whereas if she told the truth, then none of that would happen. And then when Ned kills Lady, we see that Bran like wakens up. So I guess it's like a little bit symbolic. It's like one life ends and another one. Normally it would be the opposite. Normally it would be if you kill somebody, then someone close to you dies. But if you let them live, then maybe someone close to you actually lives.
Aye.
But this was the opposite. It was like Ned killed the direwolf anyway, but then Bran woke up.
R.I.P. to the dog. Always sad seeing a dog get killed. I mean, at least it was off screen.
Yeah, plus with the guy that tried to kill Bran, they noticed he had a very expensive dagger, and there was no way a common man like him would have a dagger like this.
A working man.
So it was obviously given to him by rich people, and there's nobody richer than the Lannisters. So, I mean, that was it. Again, no real major deaths. We had the lady die, and we had the butcher's boy, Mika, die. We also had someone called Catspaw die, but I have no idea who that fucking... Oh, him! Catspaw. This prick right here. Catspaw was the guy that tried to kill Bran.
So it's 298 AD?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure the time frame of
so
this.
So that means it's the year 298, because it's AD, not BC.
Damn.
And we're talking about fucking trains.
Damn. Anyway, that's the end of the episode. What are you giving it?
I'm going to give it a 7.
I'm going to get a 6. I didn't think it was as good as the premiere. I mean, it was alright. A lot of travelling, though, for me. Not really a big fan of the travelling. You just see people travelling.
Well, no, another thing I'm not a fan the time skips, like, already in this episode.
True, but, like, when you are travelling and it takes that long, you kind of have to have time skips, don't you? It's not like they can just go from one journey in, like, half an hour.
Yeah, but I totally get that, but I think they should maybe have thought about this.
I know, but like if you want them to do it like one day, like each episode is one day, then that means fucking King Robert wouldn't get back to King's Landing by about season 5. You know, it's like
I know, but I mean, let's not kid ourselves here. Like there was, yeah, like 40 days have passed, but yet in the episode it seems like not much happened.
True. I think we're 2 episodes in, and already I would say about how many days have passed?
At least 2 months.
Yeah,
and if it takes like 40 days, I'd say it's probably more than that. So
yeah, so right, 40 there, then 40. So we're talking here close to 100 days.
I'd say over 3 months.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it. 6.5 out of 10. Let us know your thoughts down below. We'll catch you in the next one. Leave comments, leave some likes, and if there's any theory feds, we will be producing them on this channel. That's it. Till next time. Peace.